Hello everyone, welcome to Fiaura, and today we are taking a look at this vehicle, the T-72 main battle tank, and all of its obscenely crazy capabilities. So I'm going to put a commander in this thing. Actually, I'm going to put the same commander in all of the tier 5 MBTs I have. Freya, cool. And we're going to take a look at it compared to its brethren, the Chieftain and the Leopard, and the M60A3. Let's start with the Leopard 1A5. Now, I would go over the military history of this vehicle, but it's too entirely long to go through. T-72s have been exported to virtually every nation in the Middle East, Eastern Europe, some of Western Europe, a lot of African countries. I mean, they've literally been exported everywhere. The U.S. even bought a few of them to test and experiment with. All over the place. So without further ado, let's take a look at the comparison of the Leopard 1 versus the T-72. So the Leopard 1, lower alpha. Slightly better damage per minute with more hit points, which means in a flat-out DPM race it will win. Speed-wise, Leopard 1 all day long. Camouflage-wise, well, the T-72 is technically a little harder to spot, but the Leopard 1 has an obscene view range compared to the 72. By the way, T-72, worst view range at tier 5 and even in comparison to tier 4 because the 64 has a better view range. You will not outspot anyone. This is a brawling point blank range tank. Get to their face, get as close as possible. Proximity lights are your friend. I don't know how else to spell that out for you. Gun depression, it's a Russian tank. Everyone else? This tank? That's as far as it goes. So don't expect to win the gun depression war either. Now, armor-wise, on the other hand, well, let's put it this way. If you don't shoot this tank in the right places, you'll bounce. I've seen tier 7s ricochet off the upper plate of this thing. Yeah. It's got a good upper plate. And the added applique armor only makes it sweeter. Now, let's take a look at the traverse. This thing has horrifically bad traverse. Horrifically bad traverse. It does have slightly more penetration than the Leopard, if it makes you feel any better. But the traverse on this thing, I mean, it feels slow and sluggish. Even compared to the Chieftain, it will feel slow and sluggish. However, it will actually move quicker in a straight line. So taking a look at the Chieftain here. You've got him on pen. You've got him on alpha. You don't have him on damage per minute, though. And you technically have much better hull armor. But the Chieftain's got a lot of turret armor and you don't. Speed-wise, you're quicker. Like, every tank is quicker than the Chieftain. But vision-wise, the Chieftain actually wins the spotting war. The Chieftain wins the gun depression war. The Chieftain's turret is significantly stronger, especially once the applique armor is applied to it. Yeah. Reload time, Chieftain reloads first. Accuracy, well, you're not going to shoot straight all the time, and the Chieftain will aim quicker than you as well. This thing has one of the longest and worst aiming time experiences ever at tier 5. Alright, now we got one more main battle tank to compare her to. And if you have no interest in ever running this vehicle, I'll show you how to kill it while I'm at it. And that is compared to the M60A3. Now I'm going to go get the actual fully upgraded round because I don't own an M60A3 yet, and I understand that that is kind of required here to understand. M60A3's fully upgraded round has less penetration and less alpha damage. It also fires slightly slower. You heard me. This fully upgraded round has slightly faster reload, but the targeting time is the same. Yeah. DPM wise, you're going to lose to a T-72 in both DPM and Alpha. Fair warning. Gun depression. This thing has massively good gun depression. Armor wise, it's a debate between which two of these tanks are more heavily armored. Once you have the ERA package on the M60A3, it's no longer a debate. The M60A3 has the armor superiority advantage. But M60A3 is just made of steel. Heat rounds to the very lower plate of this thing will go through if they don't hit ERA. They will also go through that commander's hatch. And that commander's hatch on top of the M60A3 is not like everyone else's commander's hatch. It's a full penetration hit. It is a big, bulbous, cancerous spot on top of the tank. Fair warning. You are quicker. You are better camouflaged, but again, worse view range, and you will be outspotted by M60A3s. Unless you're not moving. Rotational speed, the M60A3 is slightly better on the traverse. Slightly. And you have the same accuracy. So it's American steel versus Soviet steel. I hate to say it, my money's on the Soviet steel, except for the fact the Soviet steel has naturally less hit points. But other than that, yeah. So there's a review versus its counterparts. Now let's take a look at its weak points. This lower plate down here, you must cover up or you will pay for it. This commander's hatch is partial damage. This hatch is no damage. This gunner sight are no damage. This gunner sight is no damage. This is actually a thermal imaging night gear piece of equipment that's on the external part of the tank that actually just does nothing. If you can plant a round between the gun and the turret right here or right here, you can penetrate it for full damage because there is no actual metlet here. However, if you notice, there's a ring around the back of this that serves as a mantlet. So you have to get your round to travel through this leather barrier and not hit the turret or the gun in the process. It's a very difficult shot and a very inconsistent shot. However, the turret ring on this tank is actually quite prominent. You can see it here. And therefore it is very easy to pin the turret unless he rotates slightly to the left or right, at which point the turret actually has this little extension down on the side, so when he rotates the turret it covers it up a bit. And also with the turret rotated, he will completely deny this weak point. So a hold down version of this tank, firing, turning your turret. Fire, turn your turret. Fire, turn your turret. Don't turn it a lot. Turn it like 10-15 degrees. Just enough to throw them off of being able to hit the turret ring or ring your vulnerable mantlet point. On the side of the tank, you will notice I have applied the applique armor. This is because a heat round impacting into this will be absorbed. A sabot round impacting into this will have much more armor to penetrate through, so I can expose my sight a little bit more than normal. Unless, of course, they fire underneath it, and I'm going to show you this. You can see right here, that is the lowest point that you can pin the tank. The tank is actually quite high off the ground for its size. So anything below this, the sprockets of the tracks, of the drive wheels, anything below these sprockets is actually just open air. Remember that when shooting at the side of these, because I've seen so many players hit the side and they shoot too low and it just doesn't do anything. Your engine can be damaged from the front, as this thing is a front transmission, by the way. Fair warning. So that's how you kill it. Who do I recommend as commanders? Well, Freya or Victor. You can go with Philip if you like what Philip does, but personally, Freya or Victor, especially since most of your shots out of this tank are going to be the heat shell. And deadly explosives with the heat shell will murder their crews. Murder their crews. Also, the heat shell has a lot of pen. 278 pen on this heat shell. It is a very, very good heat shell. It's also fin stabilized. And what that means is environmental factors do not affect it as much in flight. Equipment. Your general purpose slot, I recommend the hull reinforcement modification. You will need your extra hit points because technically you have the lowest hit points out of any tier 5 MBT, and this is almost a requirement for basic survival. I use the chrome barrel. You can go with the gyroscopic stabilizer if you want to increase aim time and reload speed, or the magnetic actuator to reduce that big aim time and increase your massive alpha shot of pain. Those are your choices. Pick your poison. Your mobility slot, I go with the air cleaner induction because it increases acceleration and helps me with that terrible hull traverse this thing actually has. If you want to go pure acceleration, go with the upgraded transmission. Otherwise, go with the air induction cleaner. You need the extra hull traverse. Technology-wise, it's pretty much useless for this vehicle. Increasing your vision range is going to do absolutely nothing for you. I mean, this is going to do nothing for you. The crew, security control package, why? It's a main battle tank. And the Kevlar braiding, your crew actually turns out to be really well protected anyway, because there's only 3 of them. Now, I'm going to explain what that means for you by saying there's only 3 of them. You have spare parts, medical kit, fire extinguisher, field maintenance kit, standard loadout, nothing special here. Just go with your regular stuff. Don't get fancy with this tank. This is not a fancy tank. This is I am going to take my fist, shove it down your throat, and pull out your balls. That is exactly how you would like to play this tank. If in any situation you can get an opportunity to get in someone's face, shove your fist down their throat, and pull their balls out, that's what you want to do. You want to set yourself up to get in point-blank firing situations. Because when you're moving, the aim circle on this thing is huge. As we're going to see in the gameplay later. Crew skill wise, you're kind of limited because you don't have an actual loader. So it's an automated loading system. So you can't take any of these loader skills. And I would really love to have rapid fire on this tank. But since you can't take any of these loader skills, I highly recommend you get quick draw first to increase your aim speed, and you get do the twist to increase the turret traverse. Smooth ride for the driver, and spin it to win it to get your hull traverse up. You're going to need that. So now we've gone over everything with this tank. What about the gameplay, Fiaura? What are you going to do for that? I'm taking a segment from my live stream on Wednesday. Not many of you showed up to it. Kind of disappointed. You guys should know by now I live stream on Wednesday, sometimes Thursday or Friday, and I try to stream on Saturday too if I'm able to. If I'm not, you guys get 3 videos. So please show up to my streams. I would feel so much better if you guys did. In the meantime, though, this is straight. The gameplay footage is straight from the live stream and will be devoid of my usual commentary because you guys will be seeing me play it live. And it is one hell of a match. I have put up epic matches of the week before. This makes those matches look paltry. That is how hard fought this truly is and how down to the wire it comes. In the meantime, let's go take a look at the gameplay. And I'm going to go ahead and remind you now because I'm not going to appear at the end of the video. Please remember to like and share this video. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff. The Patreon page if you want to support, or click on the ad. And the previous Armored Warfare video will be available for you guys to go through the annotation on at the end. In the meantime, though, we have some stuff to go kick ass with. Let's do it. Two Foxes are going to be out on the islands. I already know that.
Driver, crank it. Affirmative. Gunner, scan for targets. Affirmative.
Driver, move out.
Hoping at 1600 this week, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Not with how today's stream has gone. Hardly anybody's been watching. Hardly anybody showed up. First time since I went and looked. First time since July 29th, my stream has had less than 10 people watching at once. That's an abyssal level peak for this stream. Alright, well, we own it. I'm going.
Damn it, they hit my sight!
Who the fuck hit me with an HE shell that did like hardly anything? And he hit the gunner sight? Oh, that's just a dick. If you want to sit still under the fire of that many guns, then you deserve to be dead. The bad part is I'm outrunning a Leopard 1 right now. Not just outpacing him, I'm outrunning him. It's a Leopard 1. I shouldn't be able to do that in a 72, but I'm outrunning him.
Identify.
Hostile tank.
Identify target.
Hostile tank. Rifle.
Identify.
Hostile tank.
God damn it, the tracks ate it. Alright, switch to save point. No, switch to heat. We're going after the frickin' AMX. I want an over penetration to deny a kill.
Identify target.
One destroyed. Hostile tank.
Nice try, but I do have the side skirts and that was heat.
One destroyed.
Cruise up. There's only 4 of us left, and it's the 3 that went with me. Go frackin' figure.
Identify.
Hostile tank. Reloading.
God damn it, gun!
Identify.
Hostile tank. We lit him up.
God damn it, oh 40. I don't know if I can stand against 3.
Identify target.
Hostile truck. One down.
Identify target.
Hostile truck.
Fuck! Their platoon, too. Now, turn around. Shit. I'm just gonna go wait him out.
Identify target.
Hostile truck.
Oh, god damn it, you lucky ass.
We're taking on water. Identify.
Hostile truck.
Turn! Shit. Come on, 72!
Identify target.
Hostile truck. Truck destroyed.
Gotcha! One down.
Identify target.
Hostile truck.
He's got to be running out of missiles because that's 8 of them I've seen him fire.
Identify target.
Hostile truck.
Oh.
Sorry guys, stream interrupted by something. I don't know what. Where's the hiding? I need a hiding place on Cap. Oh shit, I don't have time to fucking cap! Little chicken shit. Draw. RNG has said it's a draw because I have fired 8 shots at those goddamn boxes and only hit them once. RNG says it's a fucking draw. Go fucking figure. Chicken shit badger piece of... Badger is just a bunch of fucking trolls anyway. I'm spotted. Takes 4 minutes for an MBT to cap this. That's obscene, Obsidian! That is fucking obscene! That's a third of the damn match! I can't fucking see him when he fires a goddamn missile. You fucking punk! Got it! 3 seconds, bitch! Fucking punk. Hi, Toy Chica. Drew it out to the goddamn end. God damn. At least there's something good from this stream. 3 fucking... He didn't even have time to finish his clip to kill me. If I'd missed, it would have been a goddamn draw. And if that missile hadn't penetrated, he wouldn't have fucking come in. He would just run off and let it end. Is a legitimate outfitting. Since this thing has such a long reload, you may want to just decrease the reload time as much as possible. But remember, you're really relying on that alpha punch to kill things. Not so much your rate of fire. So it's your personal call. I prefer reducing the already quick anytime. Quick for, you know, tier 6 MBT and increasing my damage since I already do a boatload of damage. Which basically means I minimize my exposure to do extra damage.
Identify target. Hostile.
Eddie is running into another MBT-70. Ooh, he got lucky there.
Nailed him.
The other MBT-70 though did not.
Identified. Hostile tank.
Eddie wisely gets his ass down. And is now looking to ford this river. Because he's a boat! Eddie, I don't know what you're doing. You're not a boat. Get out of the river. And there's an MBT